How's it going, everyone? It's Nathan Hawken here. Do you have moments where you feel very stagnant, like you've hit a plateau? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why you hit a plateau, with a goal to raise your awareness so you can start to get some insight about what to do when you hit a plateau and understanding the reason why you have hit the plateau to begin with. So when you start to feel stagnant and you hit a plateau, this happens once you've had that initial burst of motivation, enthusiasm, energy, and drive. When you're starting a new project, or you've thought about a goal that you want to achieve and you've started taking action towards it, we all know that feeling when it feels just amazing. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go do this, or I've got this new project I'm working on. And so that initial burst of enthusiasm and energy helps you make those first couple of steps, and you start, growing, you start learning some more, you start getting better, you become more competent. But then over a period of time, that incline starts to just go like this and starts to level out. This, of course, is that stagnant place, that plateau. And this happens for a number of reasons. But when we're sitting here, when we're in that moment, we feel very unfulfilled, very stale. Feels like, we've grown, but we're not really growing anymore. And this can be a real challenging place for people because it can be difficult to get from there and start moving back up on the incline. So to figure out what to do from that point, we have to understand why you got to that point to begin with. And so the first reason why you can hit a plateau is because you've stopped challenging yourself, or you're not challenging yourself enough. It's like your daily work has become Netflix and chill. It's become comfortable. Because you've had that initial burst of energy and motivation, and you've learned a whole bunch of stuff along the way, you've become very competent in what you're doing. And so the daily actions have now just become the daily grind, which you can do almost with your eyes closed. You can show up, you can do your work, you can take the steps, but because you've done it so many times before, you're very competent. And so it's no more of a challenge, or it's not more of a challenge anymore. It's just what you do daily. So to overcome this and understand that you've stopped challenging yourself, you need to start doing things like that. You need to maybe take on a new project or a sub part of your current project that stretches your skills, that stretches your thinking. Starting to do things which are going to make you uncomfortable. Seek out tasks that you're not doing, or maybe you've put off from doing, that are going to make you uncomfortable, because these are all ways that are going to help you stretch and help you grow. You're probably really good at doing the tasks that you're already doing. So why not start a new task? Why not put on other tasks which are different to the ones you're doing now, which are going to make you uncomfortable? Maybe it's time just to learn something new in your field. Maybe there's something that you're not learning right now, but if you did learn, it would help you get back on track and start going back up on the incline. So what would that be? Start thinking about what is completely new and something that you can learn in your field, on your project, about the goal that you're looking to achieve, that you can start learning. Remember that discomfort really is the price of growth, so we have to learn to embrace it. So you have to understand that if you're not challenging yourself enough, you need to start doing things which are going to challenge you, and then embrace how uncomfortable it's going to make you feel, because this is the price of growth. So the second reason why you've hit a plateau is that you've lost sight of your vision. I know myself. I've done this many times before. You get so buried in your daily tasks that the picture you've created of what you want to achieve becomes very defocused and distorted, or maybe you just can't even see it anymore. Every single day, there's going to be so many expectations on you. There's going to be so many responsibilities, so many tasks and things to do, that we can get so focused on that we lose sight of the bigger picture and the very reason why we're doing those tasks. When you find yourself feeling stagnant or you've hit a plateau, take a step back and realize that actually maybe I've lost sight of what I'm doing this for. You have to take a step back and revisit those long-term goals. Revisit the reason why you set out to do the things that you're doing today. Begin to align your current role, your current responsibilities, and what you're doing now with your future aspirations. Remember that what you're doing today, as mundane as it might be, these are the things which are leading towards the achievement of that goal. If the picture is blurry, if it's defocused, or even if you just can't quite see it now, it's time to maybe create a new vision. And keep that at the forefront of your mind, front and center, every single day. Before you start your work, take 2 minutes to think about that vision. Think about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and create that vision for yourself to keep sight on the vision. One thing I find very helpful is if you add a monthly kind of vision check into your schedule, just to make sure that you've got it scheduled there. You know, even if you can't do it every day, you can't do it every week, at least once a month, at least once a month, stop and remember your vision. And the third reason why you're feeling stagnant or you hit a plateau is because you're not thinking big enough. This is crucial. Anytime you've hit a plateau and you're wondering why, ask yourself, am I thinking big enough right now? Remember, small goals equals small progress. So when you look at your goal, ask yourself, is this big enough? Is this making me think big enough? Is this stretching my thinking? If not, amplify it. Times it by 2, times it by 5, times it by 10, whatever it works for you. But make it as big as possible so it stretches your thinking. If once you've got your goal and you've 10x'd it, ask yourself, what would that look like? Really expand how you see your vision. Really expand your goal. Like, I know I wanted this one, but maybe I want more. And remember, there's always a goal behind the goal. So 10x your goals and ask yourself, what would that look like? To assist you with this, start surrounding yourself with ambitious people, ambitious peers. Anyone that brings more insight into your life. Anyone that's going to assist you in stretching your goals, help you see things differently, help you create a bigger vision for yourself. This is where growth comes from. This can be a very difficult thing to do because through our own awareness and our view on the world, there's a limit to what we think is possible only because we're limiting ourselves. This is why we talk about stretching your thinking. So you can start breaking through those limitations. You can start to see things outside of your awareness which are absolutely possible for you if you start thinking about them. Nothing is going to happen unless you start thinking about it first. So this is always one of the steps. Think about what is possible, double it, triple it, 5 times it, whatever's going to work to help you think bigger and stretch that thinking. A big question that I ask my clients when I realize they're thinking small and to assist them in thinking bigger is, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? If anything were possible, what would you do? This stretches thinking. I mean, if I couldn't fail, this automatically bypasses any type of limitation. So if anything were possible, if I knew I couldn't fail, what would I want? What would I do? So ask yourself that question. You just might surprise yourself with the answer that comes back. And so just remember, stagnation doesn't mean a complete stop. It's just a sign to stretch your thinking. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it served you in some way, and I'll see you in the next one.